Okay, I'm live. And I'm not even ready to can my apples yet. Did you hear that? I heard a jake break. Randy, did you hear that? Heard just a little bit of it. Let's see, who we got in here? Let me say hi. Say hi to Randy and Cheryl. And I saw Rhonda. There's Denise. I've got to go over to the sink and wash jars. That's where I'm at. I can't get that to work on my phone. Okay. I missed some of it. I'm going to scroll on down. All right. And who's going to be my sidekick? Rhonda, I'm sorry to say I haven't found you a man. I really didn't think it would be this hard. Oh, Rhonda. Hello, Polly. Rhonda says she'll survive. And hello, Polly and Denise. I saw where Denise said she was doing apples. All right, Rhonda, Cheryl, somebody come and be my sidekick. Because I've got to go over there and wash my mason jars. I've washed the apples. I just got through washing apples. And I'm going to send Terry out to peel them. He's going to use the automatic peeler. Ramona, you sent me something else. Girlfriend, you don't have to send me stuff. I appreciate it, but you don't need to do that. Is it supposed to be here already? There's Lisa. Hey, Lisa. Oh, and here comes Randy. Here comes Randy, too. All right.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
There, now you can go wash your jars. First of all, did Terry get lunch?
He did.
We're all worried about Terry.
We had some leftovers, and I had to get him lunch. He's actually out there shelling more peas. You wouldn't believe how many peas we got off that pea patch, and no rain on it or nothing. But he said he's going to peel the apples. We got that little apple peeler, and it's set up out down at the little shed. So he's gonna go peel my apples here in just a minute. So, and he always gets ahead of me because I think he likes to peel them, and then I won't be ready up here. You know, apples will turn dark if you leave them set too long. So.
There's a wise tale you can do to apples to make them not turn, but I can't remember what it is right now.
Lemon juice, soak them in the
lemon juice. Yeah, that's what it was. I've heard that.
And I've done that, but I'm just trying to get these in a pot and get them a cooking. And
speaking of lemon juice, do you think we could dump some on Rhonda and she wouldn't be so sour?
Okay.
Don't spill your drink, Lisa.
Oh my. So do I need to send Terry up to the other house to see what you sent me? It may be at the other place, reckon.
Hi, Mary.
Oh, hello, Mary Webb. Box was delivered this morning. Okay, I was up there for a few minutes this morning before I went to town. Went to the post office and went to town. All right, let me go tell Terry to go check. Let me send Terry on an errand.
Denise, are you going to come up and show us how you're doing your apples? Hi, Kim. I should be in bed. I've been up all night. I got here at 6 o'clock this morning. I'm in North Hutchinson, Kansas. I loaded at 10 o'clock last night, drove down here, and they took all day to unload, and I'm out of hours, so. But I just ain't wound down yet. Terry's got a bad hip, and you guys want him to run around.
He's a-going. He turned off his pea sheller. He's a-going.
Hi, Mona.
Mona. Lurking.
Kim's in here but you probably don't have your rock with you right now.
It's over there. Let me grab it. I wanted Kim to look at it a little closer.
Yeah, she was running around the town last night.
Kim, I'm going to show it to you again. See how it's got that shape? Was that, and then it's got that hole in the middle of it. So is that a banner rock? Is that something else? I never heard of banner rocks until she mentioned it.
I'm going to mess this name up. Marla, I think it is. And Sarah Stitches is in here.
Hello, Marla. Hello, Sarah Stitches.
Hey, Sarah. What's a banner rock?
Well, it's a Native American thing. They really don't know what the purpose was, but maybe to mark their villages or something is what you'll have to research it, because I can't tell you, because I'd never heard of it. But I found it down in the creek where I've been finding the airheads and the other stuff.
Kim says it's not a banner rock.
Not a banner rock. I know some of them was real fancy, curved stuff, but it is kind of like they've done something with it, though, ain't it?
That hole kind of looks like maybe a piece of wood stuck down in it or something.
That's what I was just going to say. Maybe he had it for like a tool, making something.
I don't. What do you think, Kim?
Hi, Lynn.
It's definitely not a banner stone. A banner stone is a big rock. We're talking anywhere from 10 to 15 inches long. They're heavy.
Okay.
Some of them had marks that were very clear where something had been tied to it.
Okay.
And my understanding was that they were used to either mark the entrance or an exit, but it was predominantly an entrance to a camp.
Okay.
They were very, very large stones.
But I wonder what that would be used for, though.
That actually, that looks almost like an axe head, or something that might have been used like a hammer. With a hole that size, there might have been something else that went inside of it.
I don't know, but it's kind of different, though.
Yeah, it is. It's very different. No. And yes, I was out running around town last night. Two of my neighbors.
That's good. I'm glad you were. I'm glad you were out and about.
I'm glad it was dark.
The rest of us are homebodies. So.
No, a couple they actually lived in this building when I first moved here. And then they moved to Texas, and now they have moved back and they live across the street from me. Their church has movie night on Monday nights. And so Janet had called me yesterday to ask me a question about a quilt. And I said something about my oldest granddaughter was going to get to go see a movie for her birthday. And she said, well, Monday nights is our movie night at the church. Would you like to go? She said, tonight, she said, they're either showing Captain America or Iron Man. And I said, that sounds like fun. So they came and picked me up, and I went and watched it.
I'm glad you went.
It was really nice to be out with friends. There was only, I think, 10 people that were there, but it was a good movie. And I've never really been a fan of that stuff, but after seeing that one, now I want to see the rest of them that are in there. Okay. And they're all based on the Marvel comics. And so, but it was really good.
Okay.
So I enjoyed it. But and your other rocks that you showed, that is like that grinding stone, that's exactly what that is. That's a grinding stone. And that little one that
the little one.
And the little one that you were hanging on to, that is the grinder. Maybe not necessarily with that particular stone.
Oh yeah.
That's exactly what it is. And It
And,
just,
and all of them have been found here on the farm. So
mhm.
in this area, because I
Yeah.
wouldn't go off on somebody else's place and pick up stuff. But
Yeah. Well, it's just, since my late husband was, yeah, according to the way that their lineage comes down, he was almost half Cherokee. And so my girls and I started doing some research into not just his lineage, but some of the tribal histories and stuff. And it was really interesting the way that they use things. And of course, when we raised bison, we had a gentleman that contacted us and he said, "Do you ever slaughter these things?" And I said, "Well, yeah, we sell the meat." And he said, "The next time you do," he said, "would you please tell the butcher to keep those bones?" I said, "All of them?" He said, "Yes." He said, "I will pay you for those bones." And I said, "What are you going to do with them?" He said, "I'm going to take them up to the Indian reservation in South Dakota." And he said, "You would not believe the things that those people make with those bones." And my husband was there and he said, "And buddy, you can have them for free." He said, "If you want to come and get them, no problem." He said, "We'll just tell them to hang on to them." And so everyone that we butchered, we would get a hold of him and he would come and get the bones and then he would take them up there. And they made all sorts of stuff out of those bones. It was just, he showed us some of the pictures. There was bowls, there were knives that were made out of them. There were other utensils that were made, and it was all that buffalo bone. And it was quite a process what they went through. But they'd put them into these big pots and they would cook all of any meat that was any meat or fat or anything that was left on them. They would cook that all off of it. And then there was a way that they actually set the bones to dry, and within 5 or 6 months, they were ready to be made into usable items. And
Before the comments get too far, what's that Charlotte's talking about? Her grandfather run, her grandpa owned. What kind of mill is that?
A grist
Is
mill?
that
a grist mill?
is that for doing like for rock stuff?
It would
no, a
grind
grist mill.
corn. It would grind corn and flour to make cornmeal and wheat to make flour.
Oh, okay.
There's one up here in North Georgia that's actually operational now. And it runs off water power. It's next to one of the rivers, just right outside of Helen.
Mm-hmm.
And they
Most
grind
of
all
them
kinds of things.
Most of those mills were operated by water power, but in some cases where they didn't have access to water, they used mules
Yeah.
to operate the grinding, to operate those big wheels that crushed the grains and actually ground them up. So, yeah, those are neat.
I got a box. Ramona,
Uh-oh.
got a box. You want to see? Look. Can you read it?
Oh, awesome.
Terry said it was sitting on the front porch. I better see if it's still frozen, hadn't I?
Yeah, look, it said it was ice cream. I didn't know you could ship ice cream.
This is, if it's ice cream again, this is the second time Ramona sent me ice cream. Is it ice cream?
So I guess, yeah, be careful if there's dry ice in there.
Get it. I don't want to do apples. I want to eat ice cream. So.
Me too.
Everybody grab a spoon.
Yeah, it may be melted. We may have to eat it fast.
We've had an ice cream party on here before.
We have, and it was fun too.
if it's melted, we'll just get straws.
Yeah, that'll work. We won't let it go to waste. We'll figure out something.
Don't forget to share it with Terry. He went and got it.
I know. Oh, poor old Terry. He has to do lots for me.
Is this particular brand? Is there something special about this ice cream?
It's good. Look at that. Look at that. It's hard as a rock.
Oh,
So
wow.
That one, I gotta put it up. That one's strawberry and raspberry. Oh, I'm gonna be eating good. Ain't I? Where's the vanilla? I need some of that vanilla and make a pumpkin pie. Well, there's not a vanilla, but that's okay.
I know, Mona. I've seen her do it.
Coconut chocolate chip.
I could go for the coconut.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look, that was pumpkin. I've never heard of pumpkin ice cream.
Ooh, me either.
And this one's blueberry pie. They're just as hard as they can be.
Yum. Well, that's good.
That looks yummy.
Ramona spoils me. You know that?
That's good. That's good.
But
I have a cookbook that I got years ago, and it's all of Ben and Jerry's original recipes. And I got it through a cookbook club that I belong to, and I've tried several of them. And now the pumpkin was one that I never tried, but their vanilla. Oh, that stuff is delicious.
Well, I've never had the pumpkin. I may have tried it first, but I'm gonna set these back in the freezer now. But they got here safe and see how hard that is.
That's good though. That is really good.
Can you imagine how they can ship ice cream either? But
that's really awesome. That was very sweet of her to do.
And that's more than sweet. That's just amazing that she does that for me.
Rita, have you ever made any of the bread that you use the melted ice cream to do it?
No, I haven't. No.
I tried it one time and I used the vanilla ice cream. It really turned out good. It's an average sweet bread, like a fruit bread, but it's really good.
I bet it is. Yep.
Hi, Susan.
But thank you, Ramona. And you really don't have to need to do stuff like that for me, but I do appreciate it. There's Polly and Susan. I got to do something. I'm supposed to be working.
Mona, I'll bet she doesn't bring out any tomorrow when the ladies show up and share it.
Shh, don't tell them. Shh.
Susan, I'm in South Hutchinson, Kansas. I just got unloaded about an hour ago.
All right, I'm gonna stop my camera so y'all won't have to look at my backside if I go over to the sink. The wind started blowing here. You hear that wind blowing? Well, it just started blowing hard.
It's windy here too.
Blowing in
a little bit of breeze here in Independence.
We've had a constant breeze ever since that hurricane went through.
It was 45 degrees this morning when I woke up, and we had a wind chill of 40. And so today we're supposed to have some, and we're under freeze warning from 1 o'clock tomorrow morning until 9 o'clock Wednesday morning.
And where are you?
So it's going to be, I'm in Missouri.
Oh.
I'm only about 10 miles from the Kansas line. So.
She's 50 miles too close to me.
Oh, shush.
You're right, Mona. That's why she turned her camera off so she could go eat the ice cream.
There you go. Hey,
y'all are not supposed to know that. So.
I don't blame you a bit. Y'all, I have an appointment that I am headed for. So y'all have a good day. I will see you later. I love you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hi, Lisa. Lisa Brown's in here now.
Hello, Lisa.
Hey, Lisa.
Can you hear me washing?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Are they squeaky clean yet?
Nope. You missed the spot.
Oh, all right.
It's pretty cool here where I am. It's only like 62. I think it's supposed to get up to about 70 later this afternoon. That's pretty chilly for this time of year.
They were talking on Fox News this morning on the weather part that there's some areas that's going to be getting snow here really quick in different areas. Even like in North Carolina, up there where all the deal hit, they're talking about they might get some snow.
Oh my gosh.
Most
Well,
people
I know a lot of different groups have been taking a lot of generators up to people who their house wasn't damaged enough for them to want to leave, so they've been shipping generators and gas and but one thing that was brought up yesterday, the people who've decided not to come off the mountain, they're not going to be able to count on somebody taking gas up there on a regular basis. So I don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah, it's going to be rough on them.
Yeah, there's areas they're having to airdrop stuff to.
Yeah, I was watching a video yesterday. There's big helicopters and great big ones, military ones. They were dropping hay out to the bunch of cows and horses.
Yeah.
Oh, Sarah said she did a coat drive up there to them. There's another YouTuber makes these like, it's a wood stove, but it's not a wood stove. You can cook on it and heat with it. He got a bunch of people together. I don't remember the channel now. And he took them out there. They at a place you can put a grill on top of it, or heat water, or just for heat for your place. And he took 75 of those out there this week to different areas out there for them. They're actually, Susan, there is a channel. I shared their link the other day. One of the ladies said something about that. There's a lady I can't remember the channel now, but she is trying to get a bunch of ladies that do quilts together.
Uh-oh.
He's probably still talking.
Yeah, Sarah, I saw that. I think Gentry is one of the channels that's taken a lot of generators.
Randy, are you there? You popped off in the middle of what you were saying about those quilts.
Oh, I didn't know did. No, there was a lady that, well, was it Saturday night when we was on? There was somebody said one of the channels that does quilts is trying to get a bunch of people to, that does a homemade quilts like you guys do, to share them, and they was going to donate to everybody out there and make a great big bunch going.
Who was that? I can't remember.
Oh, Sarah is saying she got hers sent back here. Yeah, that's what's going on. There's a lot of people are trying to help, but there's being blocked so much going out there. I mean, everybody's trying to help. I've done not to this storm, but I have donated my truck several times down to Louisiana and Florida and stuff. That I don't know why it is in North Carolina they're not letting people come in and help. Like there was a video yesterday. Also, there's a fire chief out there. The Marines set up a barbecue place, feeding people, and the fire chief shut him down, and they're trying to get him fired right now.
And the fire chief would be local, so why would he do that? I mean,
I don't know. It's a video. There's a video out. You don't have to take my word for it, but they show him hollering at these guys, and they're Marines, and he's supposed to have been a Marine.
Yeah, there's somebody did a video, and I saved it in my watch later list. A lady, she titled the video "How Not to Donate Quilts," because I mean they could just get ruined right now. But I mean, I don't know it. I haven't watched it yet.
They need to contact a church. Like there's some people that I watch. You guys probably wouldn't watch. It's a car show. It's a It's Corey Wheaton Customs. He got together with a preacher from North Carolina. He's in Indiana, and he got together. And his father-in-law has a barbecue place there in Indiana. They all three got together and they filled up several vehicles, and they went out Sunday. I haven't seen no post since this, but you need to get a hold of somebody that's in the area that can take and handle it. When you send something to them, and donate the stuff out in the right places.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think a lot of the churches are the best bet for things like that.
I imagine in your areas, you get a hold of the preacher in your area, he probably has some contacts with other preachers out there.
Yeah. And Catherine just posted that video I was talking about. Oh, are you Mary? Who? You're saying the lady in the video is Mary? Is she in this group? I did see on one of the Gentry videos yesterday that one of the local, I don't know if he's like commissioner or who he is. I didn't really get that part, but he's kind of like the somebody who's the go-between between the locals and politicians, and he was saying that FEMA was interfering with a lot, so they were just going to run FEMA out because they were preventing them from going and saving their neighbors.
And that one fella, I didn't get the whole story, but they arrested that one guy, and I don't know what he did. But I wonder what the underlying story was. So, if you know which story I'm talking about, it's been on the national news.
I didn't.
Yeah, we get bits and pieces of everything. We don't get all the stories from everybody.
Yeah.
Hi, Gladys.
Hello, Gladys.
That would, Susan, but I don't know how you would do it.
Step in here and wave to him. Show him what you brought me. At least they're peeled, so.
Well, I do know if you're on YouTube and X, Patara at Appalachian Homestead, she's posted several drop sites for people to donate things. So
She has a huge channel.
yeah, and those are run by churches and local groups, and so they're real good about getting them where they need to be.
Oh, they got looters. Yeah, it's bad. You know, we have a disaster like that, and you got people looting. Now, me and my wife was talking about looting the other day when it first happened. They're like you're going in and get a TV, a washer and dryer. But if you're looting, trying to get food to feed your family, I don't know if that's looting. You know, that you're going in there, the place is destroyed, but you're trying, you know, they showed some of the stores that were underwater, but people were walking around. If they can get something to feed their families, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a little different than just looking designer
Oh,
clothes.
they were stealing women's jewelry boxes out of the homes. Yeah. Now
Oh gosh.
that's wrong. But now if you're just trying to survive, you know, have food and water for your family, I think that would be different. I
Yeah.
might be wrong.
Early
But
on, there was one guy that was going around taking video, and in one of his videos, it showed this Indian like guy. He had like a lunchbox type container, and he was coming out of one of the like a mobile home or something that had gotten swept away, and I thought to myself, that guy's just looking for stuff to sell.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the kind of looting that, you know, they're trying to stop, but I don't know
another
how you
thing
stop it.
going on out there I don't like is like a lot of us do YouTube that's on here, but there's a lot of YouTubers, creators that are going out there and trying to make their channels bigger over the disaster. If you watch
Yeah.
MB Heritage, this guy is very smart on chickens. He knows how to sex chickens. I mean, he's got a garden. He's a heck of a painter, but it's MB Heritage. He did a video about, because he actually lives there. And he's seen it firsthand, a bunch of them coming out there, you know, just showing different things, but they're not trying to help. They're in the way and
Yeah.
stuff that.
And I can, yeah, I see that too. And when I get the gist that there's somebody just going around taking video and they're just trying to get clicks, I just subscribe from those people.
Sarah, them people, they ought to be locked up.
Yeah. I mean, like in one video, he was showing an animal hospital that had, you could tell it had been like blown in or flooded, you know, just about everything was gone. And then you hear a dog bark in the background. So there's a dog somewhere inside that animal hospital, probably in a crate or something. And the guy a video, and I'm like, why don't you go in there and at least take the dog out and get it
Yeah, let him
into
have a fighting
somebody?
chance.
Yeah, but no, they don't. You know, if you're going to go out there and take the time to make a video, you know, if you can rescue something, go ahead and do it.
And I know y'all are seeing the videos where they're requesting thousands more body bags. I know y'all are seeing them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they've found all the people yet.
No.
What I thought was real interesting was these cadaver dogs. There are a lot of them. They're trained to. They get on like those low lighting boats, and they sniff all along. You know, as the boat goes along, they just sniff back and forth, and they can tell from gas bubbles coming up whether there's a body under the water.
I agree, Mona.
That was real interesting. Yeah, I agree with that too, Mona. Unfortunately, there's too many other cultures who they don't have a sense of boundaries, you know. So what's everybody working on today? Cheryl's working on a prairie flower quilt. I need to get working on my 2 quilts.
Well, you can't do it by just sitting there.
I know. The
But
last
you
few days I've been just doing some embroidery because I mean the ragweed is terrible right now. So Sarah
Long
is working
arm
on her
ruler work.
long arm. Sarah, what brand of long arm do you have? I was looking at I think it was Grace something or other yesterday. I
I've
need to
been
make
going to
room.
ask. Everybody's got these long arms. Do they make a short arm too?
Yeah, they make
They
like
do.
what's called a mid arm. That's a little bit shorter in the throat, I think.
and they make those that just attach to the sewing machine, and you move the. How do? You move the frame or the sewing machine? How do those work? Those smaller ones.
I think you can buy them either way. I've seen different types.
Well, that would be handy for somebody who don't have a big place then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's some kind of tabletop frame that you can put your domestic sewing machine in. But the problem to me is that throat is so little. No, I don't think I would want to put my money into it.
Sarah's got a Moxie Handy Quilter. It's a Grace frame.
Okay.
Next time I go to my aunt's, I'll have to see what one she's got. She's getting where she can't hardly get around. I don't know if she's going to sell it or what, but her son's got cancer, and I've been waiting for a phone call any minute now on him, but I don't know what she's going to do. She can't hardly get around. I don't know. She has no other kids except him, and what's going to happen to her?
I'm sorry about that.
She's made a lot of quilts over the years. She's been doing it for years. She had the long arm. My mom and 2 of my other aunts would make the quilts, and they'd all go together and make stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
no, the Grace
Yeah,
frame is what you put on the sewing machine.
Yeah, Sarah, I think I'd rather have one I sit down at for now until I get used to it. I need to clean out and make some room. Well, what are you doing with those apples, Rita?
I'm doing applesauce right now. I'm gonna cook them down and be applesauce. So I just kind of chopped them up and I put them back here in the pot. Just a little pot. And I'm cooking pretty fast, it looks like.
Well, the last 2 quilts I did, I quilted them with my domestic sewing machine on top of my big dining room table. And oh my gosh, I would get so sore all through my shoulders and my neck.
Mona says she just uses her machine.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that do. I guess if you have a large enough throat, then it's easier to use. The throat on mine's not very wide.
But I would worry about getting the batting, the backing, and all that lined up with the front like I want it though on my machine.
It'd probably be pretty easy to get it wrinkled. Have a clump in it somewhere.
Mine would, because I probably wouldn't take the pains that I needed to getting started.
It would be fluffy like me.
Uh-huh. I guess I could show you the progress I'm making on this zipper pouch. I gotta pull it out. Let's see if I can do this.
Cheryl says the difference from setting at one is you move your fabric. Then if you go to a long arm machine and stand at it, then you move the machine.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
pretty.
this is what I'm working on.
That
I don't know if you can see it very well, but I got the sides put together, and I got the stems started. I've got to put the little roses on these right here. It's hard for me to. I'm not used to this camera. See, they have roses on them on the front.
And you've trimmed around each one of those hexagons with the embroidery, it looks like.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
That
hand.
one spot right below your left hand is like a dark spot. If you hold it just right, it looks like Bigfoot. See right there, Rita? That there? Don't it look like Bigfoot?
I do. I see two arms and two legs. Yes.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, looking at the picture, it almost looks like Bigfoot sitting there.
Well, I see Bigfoot and everything. So
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Ever since you started seeing Bigfoot, I do too.
Oh, I still don't know what was in that picture though in the background. I don't. There was something black back there. That anyway.
There was something, or the shadows were just right.
Yeah.
Well, one time my husband took a picture of some trees back in the woods on the farm, and the sun was shining just right to where you could see like a lit cross. And it was just so neat that he captured that.
Marla said it was Bigfoot.
It looked like it. When I went back a few days later after I noticed that, I couldn't see what I thought what it might have been. So. But it was over across the creek and up in the snaky bushes, so I wasn't going to wander up there. But
yeah,
I'm afraid of snakes, so I don't go where I can't see the ground.
I'm not good at free motion quilting on my domestic machine. I feel like it would be easier for me to control the speed and what I'm doing if I'm driving it, you know? Because when you're doing it on your machine, it's the opposite. You're moving the fabric instead of moving the machine.
Yeah, sure. It would probably be hard if you get used to doing it one way than doing it a different way.
Yeah, it would be for me. I have to whatever way I learn something, the way I have to keep doing it.
So, Randy, where do you go next?
I don't know. Because I've run out of hours when I got done unloading. I just run out of hours. And I sent him a message that I'm empty. I'm out of hours. I want paid for the 5 hours I sit here this morning. And I'm going to bed. I'll talk to you tomorrow. And they said, okay.
So did you get you some sleep? Did you get some rest?
No, I'm on here with you. I just got unloaded. I pulled in the truck stop here. It's a mile away from where I unloaded. And I went in and got me a slice of pizza and got parked, ate it. And you were about to come on. And so I got to wind down first. And it's hard for me to sleep when it's daylight. I'm out of hours, so I can't go anyway. But with our electronic logs that we have anymore, it's hard to fudge the time. Used to, I could just tear a page out and go on and work rest of the day, and then go to bed tonight. But it's all electronic, and it tracks it through your motor of your truck and everything. So you're limited to what you can do.
So they restrict the number of hours you can drive?
Yep. I got 11 hours total during the day, and I can be on duty 14 hours, so I can be doing something else for 3 hours, but then you have to have a 10-hour break before you can do it again. So like I went on, we can, and also to move around sometimes there's a deal called personal conveyance. You can put it in it. You're not supposed to go very far. Like I put it in it to come down here to the truck stop, but you're only supposed to go, just to get to a safe place to park. So.
But that's kind of a good thing in a way.
It is. Once you get used to it, when I first did it, I argued that I wasn't going to do it. And hi, Bernice. And after I got, they can't make you work more. Now, used to, your dispatcher say, hey, I got this load and you got to be here. Like I loaded at 10 o'clock last night. I was up all day yesterday waiting for the load. I drove down here last night. I delivered on time. But, if it was the old ways, they could make me go on and go. And they have other places used to make me do that.
Well, I guess one good thing about limiting driving hours is it keeps a company from taking advantage of you.
Yep. Now, Lisa, I just noticed something. When I type something, when I was talking, you type something, it does it twice. When I was typing a while ago, it was doing it twice. Why is this thing?
I think it's because YouTube is open in another tab. I think that's the reason.
I'm streaming to both of my channels and Facebook, so maybe that's why.
But I don't think Sarah, do you see when I post something on the comments, Sarah? Do you see it twice or do you see it just one time?
I'm going to have to go. I can't sit next to that lady.
Hey, Jackie, reach out and bop him. So. You need to reach over and slap him.
Okay, so Sarah says she just sees it once. So it's only on my end that I see mine twice. And Randy, It's only on your end where you're seeing it twice.
All right, because I was worried. I was typing a while ago, and I didn't want to act like I was repeating myself, I've never seen it do that before.
So Bernice is sewing a block of the month secret garden. That would be interesting. I haven't heard of that one. Jackie, I'm gonna let you sit here and talk a minute. I'm gonna go heat up some water for some coffee.
Oh, bring us some.
Mm-hmm.
Bernice, who are you asking? Do you feel the love? Probably Jackie.
Yeah.
I do feel the love, Bernice.
Oh, is this Hollywood Squares? Okay. Somebody asked the questions then.
We had Hollywood Squares up here one day, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We've had that many just a time or two, not often, but
You're still peeling apples, Rita?
yes, and I'm still not done. But I had about 2 bushel, and I just do a few at a time. But
And they're all going to be frozen?
no, I made that. You didn't see my apple pie filling I made yesterday?
No.
I made 14 quarts of apple pie filling, and I've done 7 pints of applesauce. I've got some cooking now for applesauce, but I can change the applesauce to apple butter too if I want to. But
Marla, you're probably right.
heard y'all.
Mm.
Susan Munger's hand sewing binding on placemats for Christmas presents. I quilted them all up.
I love making placemats, but I've made so many nobody wants anymore. But they're easy and so pretty.
One Catherine says, Mama told me don't ask questions if you don't want to hear the answers.
A lot of truth to that.
Well, I'll be truthful here. I really like Shannon's page on the farm. Seeing those sheep and the dogs, goats.
The goats and the dogs, the horses and chickens. Yeah, she started working nights. She's not able to do as many videos. She loves going out there. She had 2 miscarriages since we've been together, and she can't have kids now. And her kids are those animals. She knows everything about every one of them. I mean, we got babies coming in December. She plans her vacation around the babies coming. She has to be there with them, and that's her life. And
do you sell the goat milk?
We don't have a milk goat round. We have one that's a half milk goat and half it not. Christy, when you watch her videos, Christy's mom was a full milk goat. We had her mom, and Christy's name because on Christmas, was it 2 years ago? I think it was. Christy was being born, and there was complications. We couldn't get a vet to come out, and a friend of hers has milk goats, and she came over, and they ended up doing a C-section and got Christy out and lost her mom. So we don't have a milk goat now. But we used to keep a milk goat around, and because when we have the babies, sometimes the mamas don't have milk, or something's wrong with their udder, and then that way she could have. We still have milk in the freezer. I got one freezer plumb full of milk, and it's for if one of the babies needs it. There's a lot of people that way, Bernice. I mean, that's what keeps her going. If not, I don't think she'd be around. Her animals, she's got to get up and go out there and take care of them. And she gets mad because she doesn't have as much time to take care of them the way she wants to. She had horses when we first got together mainly. We just got into goats about, 5 years ago. And she's got, like, a lot of people have family trees or their bloodlines and stuff like the DNA on the. She has volumes on her horses. She's got Arabians. We got only one left. And she's got going back into the 1800s on some of the horses, a family tree.
Wow, that's beautiful.
And she's done the same thing on her goats starting now. all of them aren't purebreds, but the purebreds that are registered, she's got the history of where they came from.
It's amazing. Where's the? Where do they come from? Where did they come from?
All over. A lot of them come from Africa. She's got a lot of people from Africa that watch her because she's not a veterinarian per se. She should have been, but she's always researching. And we don't have doctor bills on our animals, and we she takes care of everything. And the vet actually knows she knows what she's doing, though, so they'll let her get certain drugs, to do to her animals and stuff. They trust her and stuff like that. That's pretty cool, Bernice. I got tats everywhere too.
Tattooed on. And Marla follows Hidden Heights Farm on YouTube in Oklahoma. They have goats, chickens, mini donkeys, turkeys, ducks, geese, emus, bees. And did they have Anatolian shepherds too? And then I want me another Anatolian shepherd.
They're getting feisty, Rita. You'd like one of them there. She walked out yesterday. She's telling me, and I'll get you some new pictures. One of them, the boys, was standing there, and she went down the reach and started growling at her. A little bitty thing. He started growling when she started to reach down and check him out.
I love that. So cute.
And we used to have a Pyrenees. Her name was Daisy, and she had the badger face. And we always wanted to have a Pyrenees Anatolian cross. We never did. So, and that's what you've got. So.
Yep, that's what we got. Or Shannon has. That's all Shannon's.
Because that Pyrenees used to wander around all over the place. But
they're bad about that. If they don't have a job, they will wander. We got about 3 miles from us. There's 2 females, and every once in a while they'll show up to our house, and they're sweet dogs, but the guy will not keep them pinned up, and they don't have no livestock, but they'll wander all over. They've been all over the country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she said they do have 3 Anatolian shepherds.
They're always lost and found on our local neighborhood area.
Yep. Ours don't never leave our place. That's one good thing about ours.
Yeah.
Now the boy, he does get out, but he will stay within our boundaries. He doesn't run off.
That's great. Bernice has a good idea. Put pictures of those puppies around your house for Terry to see.
I'm trying to talk him into one. I am, but
I'll get you some good pictures to send to you.
Get a video of that little growler. Has your dog ever had to chase off coyotes, Randy?
Yes, they have. They've caught possums and raccoons. We have nothing. We only have 3 acres, and there's nothing comes into our area anymore.
Yeah.
Now we can hear the coyotes off in the distance. We got a bunch around us, but those dogs are very on it.
I love
We got a yard dog. He's just a mutt, but he does a pretty good job too.
He's following the other guys. He's learning from them.
Yep. Yeah, he's out. The yard dog is out front, and if he barks, them other 2, man, they're right on it. They're out there seeing what he's seeing. They all work together.
I love watching videos of them, of the Pyrenees.
We had one that we really liked as a boy. It's actually the dad of our boy dog. It was all Great Pyrenees. He was full blood, and he got struck by lightning. Oh, his name was Hoss. Man, he was beautiful. Long hair and stuff, but he was standing by the fence by the gate, and we had left and come back, and he was laying there, and you could see the burnt mark on him. He got hit by lightning.
Oh, God.
That's too sad.
But we had taken him over to Shannon's friend that's got the milk goats. She has dogs, and he bred a couple of her dogs. So then we got a puppy out of. That's where our male dog came from.
Well, we all want to see the puppies, so you're gonna have to make a video.
Have to make a video.
Yeah.
I think they're on Shannon's goat page. I don't think she's got them on Facebook, but I'll get the picture and I'll put it on my Facebook. But then when I'm home next time, I'll go out and do a video. It's fun. I don't know if Rita probably has, but them dogs, because they're in the pen with the goats. The puppies are. I think there's 8 of them now. One of them died or it disappeared anyway. And the last litter we had, it's funny how they will go out there and run around when they get a little bit bigger with the goats, and the goats put them in place and train them.
Yeah.
They know what they can do, and you know, if you want a guard dog, you want it to be raised with livestock.
The last litter of puppies we had of Anatolians was about 8 years ago. But you know, all them dogs are almost about all gone because they don't live very long. The grandsons have one, and he lives in the house, and that's a huge dog. It's bigger than them little boys.
Yeah, Shannon's got a lady that's wanting one of the puppies, and she's talking to her a little bit, and she lives in an apartment. And Shannon says, "You know this is a big dog, don't you?" And she goes, "Yeah," and she's wanting one of them for an apartment.
I don't think it'd be fair to the dog, though.
I don't either, because they're an outside dog.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people get mad because we don't. They have a shelter for them to be in out of the wind and rain, but they don't like being in where it's hot. They like being out there in the weather.
Mm-hmm.
They will cuddle up with the goats. I mean, if you look, we have cameras all over. We got 2 inside the barn, and you can watch the cameras, and the goats and the dog will be laying right in the middle of the floor, and the cats will be curled up with them. They all just curl up together.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's how they keep warm.
Yep.
Yeah. What bothers me is when people have outdoor dogs and then they don't provide a place for those dogs to go in, you know, to get warm.
Or out of the wind, anyway.
Yeah.
Yep.
Rain.
Yeah, if you have an animal and it's outside, it ought to have a shelter.
Right.
And if you guys, like Jackie's been watching Shannon's videos there, we have shelters for everything.
That's how it should be.
Even on the farm, you know, when I was little, I remember asking my grandmother, where do your dogs go when it storms? And she goes, well, they just go out to the barn and, you know, they curl up in the hay out there. So.
Yeah. Shannon gets mad at the outside dog because he will go into the barn and dig a hole, or she'll have hay stacked up so she don't have to get it out of the barn and bring it over to the other barn, and he will jump into 2 or 3 bales of hay and tear the hay up, and she gets so mad at him, but he makes him a bed. He's got 2 dog houses, but he wants to be in there in the barn with the animals.
Right.
Yeah.
He don't want to be out there by himself.
Right, because they like the company.
Yep.
They're pack animals. They want to stay in the pack.
Yeah.
Jackie, I was talking to Shannon about your rooster the other day and your situation.
Mm-hmm.
She thinks it's your husband coming back to aggravate you.
Well,
He comes over and tries to get you to come outside.
That rooster.
There you go. Well,
Yep. That rooster is aggravating, so you're probably right.
Yeah, he's reincarnation and came back trying to get you to come outside.
But they're getting here later and later. Okay. Maybe he's taking the hint. Stay outside. I've actually told my husband that a couple of times when he was being ornery.
See, it probably is then.
He's out there with them other hands.
Oh, they rule the roost. So,
Okay.
well, one of them was coyote food. So there's only two now: the rooster and one hen. I don't think the man cares anymore. Who has?
That's a shame to leave them out there just to go. Let the animals get them. I mean, if you don't want them, take them somewhere. Right.
And I don't even know if he feeds them. That's why I don't mind. I feed wild birds here and squirrels. Chickens peck at it, and I don't care. They act like they're starving.
I feed birds. People look at me funny. I always carry some old bread, like if I have a loaf of bread getting old, or crackers. I keep it. I don't throw it away. Like I got a crow sitting over next to me. I had that pizza a while ago, and I threw out part of it to him. I sit here and I'll sit on the steps and also feed out the birds. And actually, if you watch some of my early videos, I got a video of a bird in Florida. I don't know what kind of bird it is, taking a cracker out of my hand. They would just come down and take the cracker right out of my hand.
Well, sometimes they'll do that right in the parking lot of Walmart. They'll think you've got popcorn or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I was in California one year, and I'm walking across, and I had a couple of corn dogs. I don't know what kind of birds them were either, but they come down and peck me on the head. Knocked my hat off. They flew down and trying to get my food. They was aggressive.
Wow.
Oh, I just watched a video before this one started. People were talking about things to get rid of rodents and stuff, and I'd never seen this before. You pop up a little bit of popcorn, and just a little bit, like a handful of popcorn, and you take and crunch it up, put it in a bowl, and you take cement, a dry cement mixture, and was it baking soda? I forget which one is. Or some baking soda or something like that, and you mix it all together and put that in your cabinets or different places, and different rodents eat that, and it swells them up. But they'll go to it because the popcorn smell, but they'll eat that cement, and I think it's baking soda, and it gets rid of them. A home remedy.
While I was in Tennessee, I tried. You mix baking soda and powdered sugar together, half and half, and you put that out for ants. And it's supposed to, they're supposed to take it back, and the baking soda causes them to swell up and kills them.
Right.
But
grits will do the same thing.
It didn't stop them.
It didn't stop them?
No. They didn't hardly even go in it.
Oh, well, the grits worked.
Hi, J. Mary.
Yeah, just raw grits. Hi, Mary.
Hey, Mary.
I don't think it kept them away very long, but it did work.
Oh, bye, Mona. I missed that one. I'm sorry.
Oh, bye, Mona.
Bye, Mona.
Mona's tired of us.
Mona was here. She doesn't
know the ants. I kept watching because I had like little plastic lids that are real short that I put stuff in. And every now and then I'd see an ant go in there, but not very many of them. They would I guess they preferred the baits that my father-in-law had out.
Jane Mark, did You got bigger ants, just fatter ants.
No, I didn't see any ants to know if they got bigger or not. They were gone for a little while, but came back.
Heck, if they got big enough, you could chocolate cover them then.
Yep. What if they're good with butter on them? Since they're full of grits. I didn't make you gag, did I, Lisa?
No, I've got so much drainage from the ragweed. It just, I don't know, ever since COVID too, I have a little bit of drainage anyway. But when the ragweed starts up outside, it gets really bad. So I guess my cat probably brings in that pollen on her fur.
Oh yeah, probably.
She's indoor outdoor, so
Shave your cat. Then you can't bring it in. Somebody on here has one of them hairless cats she was talking about the other day. She has a sweater for it.
Last night they said she had a hairless cat. So.
Yeah.
That's so strange.
It is.
Look, I'd feel bad for it though. Cats swat at each other all the time. Doesn't that scratch their skin without something over it?
Yeah, you would think. Joe Mary, are you working on something today? Ooh.
At least I'm gonna get in the mood to sew some some placemats to keep in a drawer that's so full now.
You're gonna make placemats?
I always do. Every winter I make placemats before Christmas, but I have so many around. My daughter said I should open up an Etsy shop and just sell them there.
Yeah.
You should. There's a lady I used to talk to a lot. She lives over closer to Cheryl. Willow Way Ranch, or I think it is. Her name's Wendy, and she started an Etsy store, but she's making like herbs and stuff. They got a farm, and she's doing pretty good with her Etsy store. She started it.
I haven't seen her in a long time. Is she still on here doing stuff?
I don't know, Rita. I stopped and seen them once, and she got it big into her Etsy store, and I haven't seen her in a long time.
And if you're doing YouTube to make money, it's not here for most of us.
No.
It's not. So she's probably making more money on that Etsy store than trying to keep a channel going.
Hi, Lynn.
The lady I was following that does Southern Adornments door hangers, she put her store on Shopify. You know, I think a lot of people have gone over to Shopify instead because Etsy was charging so much.
Etsy was. Hi, Lynn.
Nope, Lynn. I'm in Kansas. I unloaded about noon, and I'm parked for the day. Rita made me stop. She didn't want me to miss her.
Hey, Lynn. Lynn, are you working on a quilt?
Hogging the airtime, I am. So.
Where's Terry? Is he out in the field again?
Well, before he left, he peeled all these apples for me though, with the little apple peeler.
Yeah.
Where did you get those apples?
Well, actually, they were given
From an
away
apple tree.
at the food bank. So I got them for free from the food bank. They was giving away a whole bunch of them. So.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I'll take anything free. So. Almost anything. So.
That's what I do. Like if I have something left over, I haven't had anything because I'm mostly hauling meat here. But there's a little food bank there by our house, and I've had watermelons, I've had cantaloupes, and I might have an extra pallet or two, and I take it down there. I mean, I had like 6 pallets one time, and she puts it out on the street for everybody just to come and get it and stuff. And potatoes, we've done potatoes, so it don't waste.
Yeah. I did have a cousin that volunteered at the food bank, and she would bring me a box every week, and it was fun just to see what was going to be in that box. Now, I'm not that I'm needy and had to have it, but it was just fun. So, but then they went to running short, so she quit bringing me boxes because a lot of people go to them food banks.
Jane, if you're talking to me, it's a handicapped woman. She's in a wheelchair, and she does not take nothing from the government. She's got posters inside of her deal there. It's all run by her and the community. She will not take anything from government because she says the government wants to come in and tell you how to do everything, and she will not deal with the government. So she does it all on her own. I'm not sure what's wrong with her. I know she's in a wheelchair. Really nice lady, but she gets around pretty good.
We have one of those here run by the citizens. They take just about anything, though. Food, especially the food. They want food, but they take clothes.
This one here, they do clothes once in a while, but mostly it's food. It's in one of the old buildings in town. I mean, it's a small town, of Stewartsville, Missouri. And I mean, it's not much of a building, but she's got, I don't know how many freezers and refrigerators and shelves for dry food. When I had my stroke 12 years ago, I was bored. I was already been driving. I was taking stuff to her. And she told me just come down and sit, and I help her out a little bit if I wanted. So I'd go down and just sit there and help her. I couldn't do a lot, but I tried to help what I could do and stuff.
Yeah, they take volunteers, that's for sure.
Yep. And they went around, they would have families adopt it for Christmas. Christmas is coming up. They would get, people in the community to adopt different families, run it through her office, deal there and stuff. She does a lot of stuff for our little community.
Lynn, where are you located?
How cheap are you, Lynn? Maybe I can negotiate a price for her.
Lynn, if you want to tell your prices on here, you can. She sent me an email and quoted to me her prices for quilting, but I'm not going to go look at the email right now. But if you want to post them, you can.
A food bank?
I'll quilt for people, but I'll make a job out of it.
Okay, Mary, they got different styles of them. Some are run by government, some are run by churches. They'll have like a pantry somewhere, and they would have people donating food, businesses or individuals. And if you got like a homeless person or a family that's like on food stamps or something, you can go in there like once a month or once a week, and you can get, meals for, you got to cook it. It's nothing prepared. There's like vegetables, canned food, meat, eggs. It's a variety of different things. And you can get it all for free, go in and, they help you get by, for the week.
The one in my town is run by the Seventh-day Adventist Church, and every Tuesday they have the giveaway, and they'll prepare the boxes of whatever it is, and the cars will just line up and take them boxes of stuff. But we've got a Walmart DC, so I think Walmart donates a lot of stuff to it.
Yeah. A lot of places like Aldi's and different ones, when the food is getting be close to being outdated, they'll donate to places. It's a lot like a lot of us are older. Remember years ago the government had the cheese and peanut butter. It's kind of on the same principle as that. They would give out food, but it's on a bigger scale. It's not just cheese and peanut butter and stuff. It's canned food or whatever.
Oh, there'll be fresh salads and fresh vegetables sometimes, just a lot of stuff.
Yep. Now the one where I'm at there, when we had a bunch of chickens for a while, they would call us once a week when they were cleaning up, and I would go down and get bags of, lettuce or whatever that's really bad, and we'd feed it to the chickens.
I'm going to scorch them yet if I ain't careful. Keep forgetting to stir them.
So, Lynn, do you use those fabric scraps to make your own quilts?
That ain't a bad price, Lynn. Jay Mary, you can bug Rita. She's not doing nothing.
Rita does not mind being bothered. I have Rita's number, but I don't want to bother. Jay Mary, you're not bothering me. What do you want me?
Hey, Janet.
Hello, Janet.
Hi, Janet. Yep, they help. It helps a lot of people they do in different communities.
Yeah. Here in Gainesville, we have a pretty large homeless population, and there's quite a few different organizations that have food banks, and I know there's one organization that does a couple meals a week, and then the churches volunteer once a month, and the church people go in and do all the cooking and serving.
Lynn, she's making applesauce out of these. And Jane, you don't have to be needy.
I'm feeling the freeze-dried trays again too, so.
Sometimes get a hold of them food banks. Sometimes you don't have to be needy, but they have an overabundance of stuff, and they want to get rid of it before it rots. So you can still go. Like sometimes they'll have bulks of apples or bulks of potatoes or whatever, and they don't have enough people to give it to, so they don't mind the other people coming in. It is mainly for people needing it, but.
Well, but we kind of make jokes around here about all the Cadillacs and big fancy rigs lined up to get the free stuff here.
Marlon wants to know what kind of apples they are.
I think they're yellow delicious, and they're cooking, they're mushing up a lot. So I think they're yellow delicious, but I'm not sure about that.
We got a new subscriber, Southern Bell Actions, first time viewer, new subscriber.
Southern Bell Auctions. Hello, Southern Bell Auctions. Welcome to the live stream where it's just chit chat.
What do you auction off, Southern Bell? Southern Bell Auctions.
I'll bet she's not from North Dakota.
I hope it's not fabric.
She'd be Northern Belle. So what Janet say? Hi, y'all. I'm in a rural little town, but our county is very wealthy. They don't want to really recognize us, but our schools here, excellent. People are picking up for others. That's true. I didn't mean to anything by that comment, but it's true. So they could be picking up and taking it to other people that need it. That's true.
I had an aunt. She worked at Quaker Oats, and my uncle, both of them did. No kids. They would Quaker Oats would have to call her to tell her to cash her check, her paycheck, because they had so much money they didn't live payday to payday like a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
But she would go around to all the food banks, all the thrift stores, and take it to different people. She drove a new car, but everybody knew what she was doing. She actually would wear the old clothes too. She wouldn't go buy nothing new. But they didn't have nothing when they were younger, and so that's how she was raised. But she would take and go and get for a lot of families.
Okay. So I shouldn't have made my Cadillac comment.
No, there's a lot of truth to that though too. But I mean, there is people out there that's all she had to.
The food bank around here has always asked people for frozen foods. People don't take frozen foods to them, or that could be frozen.
Mm-hmm.
So people are always coming in there looking to see if there's any kind of meat or frozen vegetables or frozen dinners.
Yeah.
Harley just jumped up on my couch.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird because she usually gets over here closer to me. I don't know why she's so far over, just because I have the camera on. There she is.
Camera shy cat.
Yeah, she don't.
She's
a
pretty.
sweetie.
Randy, do you have cats?
Yep. We got one inside that ain't got no claws. We adopted from a friend of Shannon's. I mean, it terrorized kids, and it doesn't like me much, but it loves Shannon. She sits on her lap. And we got 5 boys outside. Hi, Kathy. Kathy, what do you got Larry doing? I know you got him busy doing something.
How are you feeling, Kathy?
Has she been sick?
She wasn't feeling well for a while.
Oh.
I think she was having migraines, thinking of all the things that make Larry do.
Who is from Louisiana? I missed that comment. Catherine's from Louisiana. Where are you from, Southern Belle?
I don't think she ever said where she's from, unless I missed it too.
Yeah, she said, nice to meet another Louisiana lady. That was my hometown in Louisiana, was Shreveport.
Oh, she's in New Orleans.
Oh.
Yeah, you were
way down there. Where's that?
There, we missed it, Southern Belle. Sorry. We try to keep up with the chat, but sometimes it goes quick.
And Catherine from Jonesville. Is that pretty far east in the East Louisiana? I can't remember.
My son just left the area where Southern Bell's at, cleaning up from the storms down there. And he's over in Florida now.
So Southern Belle was in New Orleans, okay?
Dee
Hey,
lives in
Dee.
Lake Charles.
Dee's having migraine headaches.
I'll look for your channel, Southern Belle, and subscribe to it.
I don't know if I can. Let me
Oh,
try
I
something
see.
here.
I see Maryland. Randy, I see Maryland.
Be quiet. Maybe she'll go away.
Jackie, bop him again.
Wait a minute here, Southern Belle. I'll come off of here and see if I can. No, I can't do it that way. I'm trying. Since I'm on the deal, I can't. Maybe.
FedEx is out there. I think they brought me some more fabric, and I hadn't put the other on the.
I can answer that, Bernice. No, I keep asking her to.
And from the no, you know what? I hope they don't call me back. I really do, and I don't think they're going to. So I hadn't heard anything else. Because I don't like going places. I'd rather be home.
Yeah, Southern Belle, I usually do that for the ladies in here. And I'm not sure if anybody else knows how to do it here. There, Lisa did it. Thanks, Lisa.
Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't do it while I'm up here on panel. It wouldn't let me. I tried. Most of us are. That Maryland lady, you got to watch out for her.
Depends on what kind of mood we're in. You got to watch out for all of us. We're not too bad.
For the most part, we have a lot of fun, I think. I do anyway.
We do. I do too. Yeah, I do. Six more apples, and I'll have all these chopped up that Terry peeled. And they didn't turn too brown while I was waiting. Well,
Miss Catherine, I found it.
J. Mary Bugger.
Father, but Father, you are really make a video.
42 miles is pretty close. I drive more than that just to go see my daughters.
Marla, I don't
Mary.
agree. I haven't got no ice cream yet.
Ain't that ice cream something? And that's a, ain't no telling what she spends on that. And I don't think I'm worth that much. So
Rhonda, you're gonna have to get up and walk around if you keep falling asleep.
yeah.
It's all at lunch.
Rhonda was up pretty early this morning because she commented on my Facebook around 6 o'clock this morning. So
Oh gosh. I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I could not go back to sleep. I finally got up and got some decaf coffee and a piece of banana bread. Stayed up a while longer, and then I went back to sleep sometime after 6. I don't know what it is. Past few nights, I wake up in the middle of the night and then I can't go back to sleep for a long time.
Huh.
Rhonda's been taking a lot of naps here lately. She needs to get rid of her recliner.
Them recliners will put you to sleep.
I haven't heard of applesauce pies. Is there such a thing as applesauce pie?
I have never either.
Yeah.
I just was reading that.
Yeah, my husband loves the applesauce in a fried pie.
Oh, okay.
My mama would, when we were kids, would make just apple pies out of applesauce.
Does it get firmer?
No, but it didn't matter. We were kids. It was a pie. It was good. So
Yeah.
Must be a wreck out here on the highway. The cars are all stopped, backing up. I can't see the buildings in the way.
Yeah, Jane Martin says that her grandmother made applesauce pies.
Bernice has got a question.
If it's a quilt, I press my seams to the dark side, or I press them whichever direction they're gonna most naturally lay.
but
I
not
don't
open,
press.
unless it was something right in the very center of a star or something where all the pieces come together. Then you might press
Yeah.
one or two of them open, but otherwise, like you say, they're all to the dark side.
So I feel like if you press them all open, then that's gonna pull on the stitching over time.
Yes, I am, Lynn. I got away from Shannon.
Man,
I've had that applesauce in a cake. I've had that.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
And those fresh apple cakes where you chop up the apples, you got to have one or two of them in the fall. Raw apple cakes.
Here we go, talking about good food again.
Oh no.
It seems like no matter what you guys are talking about, it always comes back to food.
Always.
Every time.
That lid's stuck on there. You're gonna have to watch me beat it to get it loose.
Uh-oh.
Rita, you got a photograph.
Photograph.
J. Mary sent you a picture.
All right, let me see where my phone is. I don't know where I put my phone.
Yep, you're right, Southern Belle. Where you're at, they got some really good food down there. Some jambalaya,
Gosh, I love it.
shrimp.
I still
Yeah.
make that. Gotta have gumbo in the winter.
I went to New Orleans for my honeymoon. There was a little hole in the wall restaurant right off the port there, not too far from the coffee shop where you have all the beignets and the coffees, the old one. Anyway, this hole in the wall restaurant, they had the best pastas, and they had a mushroom cream pasta. Oh, it was so good.
Mushroom pasta.
Yeah, it was all different types of mushrooms and some kind of like a cream cheese sauce. Oh, so good.
Well, that sounds good. I mean, you put mushrooms in a lot of the things you cook with pasta anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you the picture that J. Mary sent. Is it showing?
So, yeah. Is that a
Oh
pillow?
my goodness.
A Dresden
Wow.
flag, isn't it?
That's a lot of pieces.
Yeah.
Very
What's on
pretty.
that?
Yeah, it's Cafe du Monde.
About 18 slices in that thing.
J. Mary, have you had a baked spaghetti?
I have never heard of pastalaya.
Look at there. It's not applesauce yet, but just
That's
look at it.
interesting.
Don't that look good?
Yes, it looks
Oh
good.
yeah.
I put cinnamon in it, so it just looks good. I'll use this thing and make it real creamy. Be ready to heat it back up and put it in a jar.
Hey Toodles. So Toodles likes her spaghetti baked. I have not had baked spaghetti. I've heard of it, but I haven't made it.
It's good. I hadn't had it, and there was a truck stop had it one day, and I tried to make some when I was home, and it didn't turn out as good, but it's still edible.
Well, don't see why it wouldn't be good. I mean,
I
lasagna's good.
Yeah, Jane Martin, I have not been on that steamboat. I remember seeing it, but that was not one thing that we did. We went and we toured several plantations, did some history tours and that kind of thing. Fried spaghetti. I have not had fried spaghetti either.
You know,
I just went deaf.
peppers in mine. What I did on mine is I made it like regular spaghetti. Then I put it in a pan that goes in the oven, and I put the cheese over top of it and baked it. I don't know if that was right or not. Oh, Cincinnati chili over spaghetti. Okay, yeah, she did about like I do mine. I made it from scratch, but it wasn't leftovers. But then I put like a Mexican cheese over top of it. That's what she had in the refrigerator.
And now I'm gonna have to go look up recipes on baked spaghetti.
I do that a lot. I have subscribed to so many cooking channels.
My sister makes a good it's a mac and cheese with ground beef and stuff in it.
Chili mac.
Yeah, chili mac.
I grew up on that.
Yeah.
I haven't had it in a long time. She makes it really good though.
Change pots. I like that one better than that other one.
That sounds good, J. Mary. I'm about to try that one next time I'm home.
So, J. Mary, you cook the spaghetti and then you fry them until they're crisp.
Do you cut the spaghetti up a bit so that you don't have a?
Yeah, I would assume so.
Oh, I didn't notice. Toodles is in here too. Hello, Toodles.
Hello, Toodles.
Sorry.
Now, every night, my husband will take this seriously sharp cheese that he gets from Sam's. He slices it real thin into little bitty squares and lays them out on a parchment paper on a cookie sheet. And he bakes them until they're crispy. And it's kind of like eating Cheez-Its, but you don't have all the flour.
Huh.
Oh, I see why the highway's going really slow. They're moving them big windmills around out there.
Okay. You're going to have to make an apple pie. I need to make an apple pie.
You got the filling.
I do. There's just enough left over for a pie if I make up the crust.
I want an apple crisp.
That's easier to make than an apple pie.
Yeah. I like the little crunchies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do too.
Then with some fresh, soft served ice cream on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Or a cobbler. I like a good cobbler.
Mm-hmm.
Do you put anything on it, Rita, like cinnamon, mix cinnamon in with it, or any?
With my apple pie, there were
Your apples.
yeah. Yeah, sometimes I do. This batch I did. This batch had the applesauce had cinnamon in it. And the pie filling always has a little cinnamon and nutmeg.
Yeah.
You want to see a jar of my apple pie filling?
Yeah.
Yesterday? Let me show you. I hadn't completely put them away yet.
I was going to ask her, but I didn't want her to have to go look for it to go get it.
Bernice, you gotta get your priorities straight. Your husband probably like to have an apple pie.
This
You can
this is
sew anytime.
feeling.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that pretty? And this is the applesauce from a couple days ago.
Oh, yum.
But I'm still got apples, and then of course I freeze dried some too, and still appling. So
Do you use the boiling water method for your apples?
you mean the hot water bath? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I did. Yeah.
Bye, Southern Belle.
Bye, Southern Belle. Come back and visit with us again. I'm not doing nothing else again. I'm sitting. I need to be busy. Where'd I put my spoon? Spoon's about like some of that other stuff. I lay it down. I can't find it.
Wake up, Rhonda. We haven't heard from you in 10 minutes.
Did Rhonda finish her diamond quilt?
Wasn't she quilting on it today? I think she was going to start quilting on it today.
I don't know.
He doesn't want apple pie. He wants chunky applesauce. You know, I kind of like a few chunks in my applesauce too. It don't have to be real smooth.
That's got to make it better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, J. Mary, I think they look good. I think they're gonna make some nice pies someday.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. In 2027. Oh, see, I know she was listening.
And fried apples. I love fried apples. Don't y'all like fried apples too?
Yes.
I can't remember having them. I mean, I had them as a kid, but I don't remember if I liked them. A long time ago.
Well, I fry them in butter or anything, and then put some brown sugar and cinnamon on them. They're good.
Bye, Toodles.
At work, got to get out of the break room and get to work. We'll see you soon, Toodles. And Toodles, have you heard from Ashley? She hadn't been up on ours in several days. Rhonda's been quilting on it this morning, Lisa.
Yeah, I see that.
Oh my goodness, Bernice does a lot of quarts of apple pie filling, or is it applesauce?
They serve pies, frozen pies at Cracker Barrel.
They serve the fried apples. It's like a side that you can get.
No, the sirens.
Just 2 days ago, she had a bunch of tests coming up this week. Sound like those sirens are gone on down the road that you were hearing.
Yeah, they went on by. They're not coming after me.
Well, I think I'm going to get off of here.
I think I am too. I think I'm still working here, but without y'all watching me. It's just not the same when somebody's watching me work. I don't get near as much done. So
I bet.
it makes the time go by fast, but I just don't scatter around like I would if y'all wasn't watching. So
Yeah.
I need to get off too. I had a very early
All right.
lunch. I'm hungry.
We'll see
Now,
everybody
I'm gonna see if
later.
I've got apples.
We can get you one of them dog collars, and I can shock you once in a while, get you back to work.
make me get up and go to work. So, let's see.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye. Bye. She
Bye.
tried to tell me more on Lady's channel that was live. The lady said, don't talk to each other on my channel. Go to your own. Who did that? That's a rude thing to say.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Man, if we didn't carry a conversation in the background, and then also when you're carrying, a lot of you guys aren't YouTube creators. The algorithm with us talking in there, that helps the channel. No matter if it's good or bad, if there's a comment, that's why a lot of people ask you to comment about something. Rita never does that. But if you listen to some of these bigger channels, they want you to comment. So if there's so many comments, they get paid for that, guys. It helps them.
Yeah. I mean, I knew that, but I'm not gonna just push myself on people and my channel on people, but I don't mind y'all chatting over at the side. I don't mind that at all. You all know that.
Yeah.
Well, you want to talk to somebody who's not up anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't get that. Oh well.
I don't understand that. Let's see, Bernice. I'll read just a couple more of these comments before I go. You gotta go get dinner started. Y'all may be hungry. Have a blessed day. And I need to vacuum and clean my machine, load another quilt. Oh, her name is Little Bit. I seen Little Bit. I know who she is. Huh. Oh, how will I sleep? Y'all keep typing. We can't leave until we read all these comments. Have you taken the apple pie filling and made dumplings, regular homemade dumplings? No, I've never done that. Now, I've took that apple pie filling and put it in them flour tortillas and made stuff like that, but not the dumplings you're talking about. But I bet it'd be good if you guys aren't talking. Oh, you keep typing, keep typing.
Bye-bye. I'm leaving.
Okay. Bye. Bye, Lisa. All right. Bye, Randy. See you. You go get you some rest.
All right. Bye.
See you later.